Well, we all did it when we were kids in the driveway, counting down from 5, shooting up a prayer, only to watch the ball sail over the backboard. It's never an easy shot to make, but at Hood College, the Blazers are turning the buzzer beater into an art. As the Ravens prepare for Super Bowl 47, they say they're doing everything they can to win one for Big Brother. We are now about 20 minutes away from the start of this year's NBA draft. Eric Green, of course, got to figure out where he's going to go. The projections say anywhere from 20 to 35. At the collegiate level, every time the Shepherd University men have lost the season, they bounce back in a big way in the following contest. Well, it certainly has been an up and down year for the Maryland Terrapins, and though they wrapped up their season with a Military Bowl loss to Marshall, they say just getting to a bowl this year means that they're headed in the right direction. Last season, Robert Morris has made national headlines stunning Kentucky in the NIT, but they never would have even been in that position had Mount St. Mary's not knocked them out of the NEC tournament. As the dominoes keep falling, the landscape of college athletics continues to change as the University of Maryland is officially joining the Big Ten Conference. After just missing a trip to the Super Bowl in last year's AFC Championship, the Baltimore Ravens once again got their shot at the New England Patriots. But this time it was the Ravens that came out on top. They started off 1-4 last year in NEC play. This year 2-2, and again they got hot last year. So this year, start that fire a little earlier. Luke Cooper has been throwing punches for almost his entire life. The former boxing champion stepped into the ring more than 3 decades ago and still to this day just can't bring himself to leave the gym.
This is where you will find me at, right here. You ask me where I'm at, I will be right here every day.
Cooper got his start here at the Hagerstown Boxing Club, where his immediate dedication to the sport led to winning the National Golden Gloves 2 times before the age of 15. And after winning 80 of his first 100 amateur fights, he eventually entered the ring as a professional.
And now that brings Luke Cooper back to life.
I saw the promise in him when I first met him. He's about 11, 12 years old when I saw him. We ran in the morning, we come back to basic fundamentals, and he did real good.
Now at age 43, it's those fundamentals and experiences Cooper passes on to young up-and-comers.
So you come back down there, you go 1, 2, 3 up. What they getting ready to go through, I've been there where they going through. So if I see a little mistake they doing, I can correct them. But when you come through the doors, you really don't know nothing until you learn. Keep that double jab out there.
But maybe the most important thing Cooper can pass on, how to come back after suffering a knockout blow.
There you go. There you go. Good work, baby, good work. Yeah. Move right here, baby, you got it.
In the summer of 1992, now more than 20 years ago, here at Wheaton Park, Luke Cooper was walking home from training at the gym when suddenly a man opened fire in a crowd of people. A moment that changed Luke's life in an instant.
There's a lot of people out, a lot of kids out. God just come out the house and just started random shooting. People was ducking and dodging and running behind trees and running behind cars, and I just happened to get caught in the back.
Never afraid of any opponent he faced in the past, Cooper now came toe-to-toe with his biggest challenge yet, paralysis.
Basically, I feel like I didn't want to live no more, for real. After I knew I wasn't going to box no more, like, well, there goes my dream, there goes my hope, you know what I mean? There goes something I wanted to be in life.
I just accepted it. I mean, there was nothing else to do. You can't look back at that. We couldn't just stop and look, oh my God, he paralyzed. He'll never walk no more, blah, blah, this. He can't do this, he can't. I wasn't about all the can't do's. I was all in the can do's.
Originally told by doctors that all 4 of his limbs would be paralyzed, it was what Luke could already do in the ring that strengthened him in the chair.
Because of that body strength he had from boxing, being a boxer, is what helped him to motivate from his waist up.
Now 20 years later, the former champ has never stopped training, always ready for his next fight.
Usually if I shadow box before my fight, my butterflies will go away.
I tease him sometimes. I tell him, when is your match?
And though Cooper never thought he'd have to be carried into the place where he found his stride, the accomplishments he's earned and has passed on to others can never be taken away.
I feel I'm still a champion. I was a champion. I was 2-time Gold Glove champion, South Atlantic Association champion. I'm still fighting to be the champ.
I always ask Jesus if there was one thing he would let me do before I close my eyes, would it be to see him walk again.
Come on, pick it up.
And until that day comes, Luke Cooper continues to fight on. just like he always has. Come on. Zach Glover, WHAG Sports. While it looks like a scene out of the 1800s, the popularity of old-fashioned high-wheel biking in present-day Frederick, Maryland has grown with the size of the bicycle's big front wheel.
I bought a small one, it was a 36-inch, liked it, bought a 48-inch, liked it, and now I ride a 53-inch.
So little kid, big wheel in the driveway quality. I'm just tickled to death riding it in circles in a parking lot.
Frederick is home to the nation's only high-wheel bike race, and as you might expect, those that participate say it's quite different from your average bike ride.
Every time you ride one of these, you earn the miles that you ride because you're constantly pedaling. You can't always just coast.
It's just you and the bike, and there's nothing like that. There's no modern day bike that you get that, because there's always chains, there's always mechanical noise involved, and these bikes are so simple that you just eliminate all that.
One of the hardest parts about riding a high-wheel bike is simply just getting up on it. But once you're on it, it's just like riding a bike without brakes.
It's like a freight train. You know, you just can't stop a freight train very quickly, and that's how these are.
You see a big hill, you don't want to try to ride down it, because once you get going too fast, you can't slow down and you can't stop, and that's going to be bad.
It only takes one fall to really appreciate the bike and respect it too, because it just can happen at a blink.
Now, while these bikes might be tough to stop on the road, the reaction these riders get on a daily basis makes it tough to ride anything else.
There isn't a time you're out on a bike like this that you don't have some kind of outlandish remark. Most everybody says, do a wheelie, or how's the weather up there?
I found that riding this, you get more respect, even from kids. Kids will come by and they'll stick their thumbs up, you know, or they'll toot the horns and wave, you know, and hey, that's cool.
Whether racing for the win or simply riding for enjoyment, these historic high-wheel bikes will be kept alive as long as these peddlers keep their big wheels turning. In Frederick, Zach Glover, WHAG Sports.